Welcome to another episode, Focus in Finance. I am Shirley Luu, your host. You know what? Today, I think it's a good day for me to kind of talk a little bit about what's happening in the industry. Right now, as you know, within the past 6 months, we're going through a turmoil of government downsizing, laying off, company out there filing suits. People are looking for job positioning, and at the same time, I also think, there are other things where you get college graduates. As a matter of fact, this is June. You talk about college graduates, and I can see the fear in some of these students. They're coming to me and they say, hey, you know what? I've just graduated, major in marketing, major in finance, major in telecommunication, major in all these aspects. And they're like, gosh, we're trying to apply a job out there, and the job competition just getting kind of really tough because of all those people, losing their job outside. They're looking for experience. We're graduating. We don't have any experience on these kind of things. So what is it that we do? I paid all this money for colleges, tuitions could be due, loans could be due. And so I get it. I understand the concern. And as a parent, you're concerned for your son and your daughter. Can they find a job? Can they sustain? And a lot of them are moving back into the home with the parents. Needless to say, my daughter, for one, is to move back home with me. And it's pretty, to me, kind of selfish reason for my mom. I like it anyway. But at the same time, she was smart enough to kind of say, you know what, rather than me spending money on an apartment or something like that, maybe move back home, get a stable job, stable income, and then build enough money from there that I can perhaps, move out at a later time, whether it's an apartment or trying to buy a home. So a lot of kids, you need one to, yeah, I know. Some of you may say cramp your style, not living with your parents, but if that's, right now, if money is tight and income is tight, why not, right? If your parents have you, be able to do that could help a lot out. The other things that I want to talk about was your next phase of life. Okay. All right. So you lost a job. Okay. Now you got to worry about having an income stream where you can be able to sustain that money to be able to afford to pay for your family, continue your lifestyle. While you're looking, now here's what I'm saying. While you're looking, and I never done this a lot before on television, but I want to do it anyway because why not? If I could help anyone out there, I could be in position to do so. For those of you guys who know, I'm going to talk a little bit about Shirley Luu Associates today because it's important for you to truly understand. I never have heart to talk, but I will at this point in time. So at Shirley Luu Associates, you heard about our background, right? We've been voted the fastest growing company 4 consecutive years by the Washington Business Journal. I now ranked number 12. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is no small feat to be ranked the fastest growing company by the Washington Business Journal, ranked number 12. You can Google that. You can research. You can do whatever you want. Now, why is that? Why is my firm having the kind of growth of what we did? Here's 3 reasons. Reason number 1 is because we are in a position to be able to help clients out there across the nation when it comes to their financial planning and things like that, and we'll continue to thrive. Having unique product and services in the industry and being different from the rest is what's making us thriving by having that product and services. Reason number 2, I have good people working with me on my team. I have good contractor, good consultant, good folks, good employees. All those make combination of making my business thrive. So, when you're working for a company, you look at those kind of things. Reason number 3, I know for a fact money is important. Being compensated for the right way, for the right skill set, for the right level of paid for what you're worth. Every one of you out there, I think, is underpaid. With my firm, we offer an opportunity for you to come on in, to check it out, and to see what is there an opportunity to venture with us. I'm growing like by leaps and bounds, guys. Doing this market and everyone else is struggling, we're not struggling, we're growing. As a matter of fact, I need more help more than ever before. I've got corporations are coming to me for assistance with their financial needs, with their financial planning, for their benefit plans. I've got individual retirement that say, hey, Shirley, we've got all this, money that the market's giving us a concern. We're at a loss. We need guaranteed income. we want growth. We don't want loss. We want, stability. We want all that. Then you've got, church and organization out there. You've got unions that are sitting in crisis right now, with membership driving down. How can you differentiate yourself being a union? What are benefits that you're bringing to your union members? Are you a standout, or are you just like the rest? So what I'm asking here is that for those of you who dare to say, you know what, Shirley, I've got nothing to lose. I can still look at my other job. Still searching, guys. Imagine if you keep searching for the next 3 months, 6 months, or 9 months before you find a job. But what if within the next week or so, coming on my firm, you have a chance to make some really pretty good income at the same time helping a lot of people. So yes, I am looking for an opportunity to offer to you guys out there. And for those of you, check us out. Google my name, and then that way you can see what really, why we're so different from the rest. Because over here, the opportunity that I offer you is you can sit there at home working remotely, handling my client. You can be in Maryland, D.C., Virginia, and have clientele from California, Texas, everywhere. You don't have to fly there. I fly to Florida because I have a company of 100 employees that they want to see me. That's why I fly to Florida in some cases where you need to do. But imagine you get paid for what you're worth. An entrepreneurship opportunity in partnering with me and working with me. Or perhaps maybe you say, you know what, Shirley, I just want to be an employee. Okay, so I have position in that as well. But you've got nothing to lose except to take a look at. Okay, at the same time, you may say, well, you know what, I don't know much about finance. I'm not good with numbers. I don't even do my own finances. I don't want to do this. Okay, those are just really excuses. The beautiful part is that doing this financial stuff, you don't have to know a whole lot about that stuff, okay? What you do need to do is you need to have the aptitude willing to learn. Willing to be able to be under my wings and the other director of mine that's going to help you, guide you, show you the kind of things you need to do. And even if not, where you're just going to say, you know what, I'm going to retire. Who knows? Maybe some of you may be interested, in working part-time or full-time basis. I am looking at both positions. And you've got nothing to lose except this time, being able to come on board, working with me. And look, if you got a job, fine. But that other shoe's going to fall one day where you may say, God, that company could let me go anytime. But imagine being in control where you don't have to worry about another day of your job security ever with me, ever. You may say, oh my gosh, are you one of those companies that's recruiting and things like that? Absolutely. I recruit all day long because you know why? Next week, I have a presentation of 500 folks. I'm getting ready to speak in front of 40,000 folks. Now, how do you think I'm going to handle 40,000 customers? There's no way. And so, yes, I bring in good people on my team to help me service all my clientele across the nation. And the other things too is that, I would do this before you join a company. You have to test out the company. Are they any good? Do they do what they say? Look, we're in the financial industry, in the financial firm. So most of you out there do have financial retirement. You have life insurance, you have 401k, you have IRA, you got a bunch of stuff running around all over the place. You got long-term care, you got health insurance, you got all these. So do the test. Bring it on and say, okay, Shirley, if we're going to help people out there with these kind of things, here's what I have. Can you do better? That's it. Because if you know for a fact that if the stuff that you have personally from a financial standpoint and that my firm, Shirley Luu Associates, and my team can offer you better robust product, better benefit, more packages and everything else, why would you not? Because guess what? It's basically you would be living through the kind of things that you represent for your client. Look, when I first got into the financial business, I took care of my family first. To me, it was the most important things, okay? When I saw the program, the thing that exists that I'm able to do for my family, then I could be intelligent enough, educated enough to share the same knowledge to my families, to the people that I care the most, to the community that I work with, to the people I'm affiliated with. And I tell you, I can tell you countless calls that I get from people that have retired that said, hey, I think about you every time, every month when I open that check. Without you giving me that lifetime guaranteed stream of income, I could never be where I am today. I have so many federal employees came to me and say, Shirley, it was the best thing that you ever did by helping me moving that TSP over. People are losing 20, 30% of their money, and I didn't because of what your team did. See, those are the kind of impactful. So if you are one of those individuals, you want to be your own boss, in control, change lives, help people, serve people in the way that they need to do. And in an industry where whether there's recession, depression, it doesn't matter, life goes on and your job is never lost. You will always have it. No one can ever fire you. You're the only one can fire you. And that's the beautiful part about what I'm offering you today. And so it's kind of different, but I highly encourage, why don't you Google Shirley Luu Associates, read up on us, read up on my credential, and if you like what you see, I would offer you that. Have a candid conversation with you. I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, everything about it. There's nothing, no hidden stuff. I have the clientele that you can help me service. You want to get your own clientele? You can do that as well. So it's not, by the way, no cold calling, no door knocking, any of that stuff. I don't believe in that. Everything I have is by referral because I believe that's how businesses are earned. You earn by trust, by referral, and our credential is vast. So I would encourage you, reach out to Shirley Luu Associates, and my team and I will work with you. We'll talk to you. We'll tell you everything about it, what the company does, what you do, how I pay, the services, and answer any question your heart's content. So again, you can always reach out to me at 703-608-1203. Look, even if you're not interested in that and someone that you know maybe are looking for opportunities for employment, call them to reach out to me because guess what? You may be their saving angels. With that, I may be your saving angels. From a client standpoint, from a job standpoint, from employment standpoint, for your family matters. So, like I've always said, I love the fact that we rise by uplifting others. Until next time.